Hello, everyone. Your coach, your mentor, Rajeshri here. Today, it's all these 4 or 5 days we have been talking about the decision, how the decision, one single decision can change the life. So we're going to have, today we have a special guest, Karite Petross. So Katie has been my client very recently. So Katie joined very, very recently, I think last month. Yeah, she started this last month. And so she's going to share her experience. So uh, just a month is, really a little time. And I have seen amazing changes. She's experiencing amazing changes, and she's going to share her experience with you guys. Welcome, Katie.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. So, Katie, why don't you share a little bit about your background?
I was in oil and gas for about 20 years because somebody said I was really good at it. I got my real estate license because somebody else said you'd be really good at this. And then I went into financial planning for the same reason. So yeah, that's a little bit about it.
That's awesome. And you said that somebody else said that. That's why you did that.
hmm
Okay. So, that's exactly what happens. A lot of time when it comes to the decision making, when it comes to living our own life, our own dreams, we a lot of time take into consideration the opinion of others. And yeah, so you have recently started in this program, right? So what has changed within this short period of time? Like, what are your wins? Would you like to share that with us?
Sure. I've had some pretty big wins, I think. One small one was that my sister and I are starting to talk again, which was super huge for me in the beginning. Um, let's see, what else did I put down for wins? I've actually been able to also handle the grief, the loss of my mom. She passed on Valentine's Day of this year, and it's been, coming back to Denver in the middle of the pandemic, everything getting shut down, not having a job, not doing a lot of things. I felt very isolated, and working through some of that stuff has been huge for me. Um, and another win, let's see. Yeah, the grief was the biggest one. That was the big one for me.
Okay, incredible news that you started talking with your sister. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So, if I ask you, like, what magical thing did you realize about yourself through this, short journey of coaching together?
Um, it was last week's talk about the subconscious being my partner. I've always kind of talked to myself, and we have dialogues with ourselves, but I never really considered that my subconscious could be my partner. I just thought it just took care of all the automatic things like breathing and walking and telling your muscles to move here and do this, even to speak. So that's been really cool. It's been really life changing in that regard.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yes. A lot of times what happens is, during this journey of life, we forget what are the amazing tools we already possess. The mind is not, I mean, a lot of time people mistaken that I'm the body, I'm the mind. No, you're not. You're not the body. You live in the body. You're not the mind. You have the mind. You
Mm-hmm.
are the spiritual being. You're not a physical being. You really operate at a three different levels: physical, mental, and the spiritual. So you are not a physical being, you are a spiritual being. And that's a really, really incredible um, way of telling yourself that, my subconscious mind is my partner in success. Because, the conscious mind is really limited. The subconscious mind is unlimited. The conscious mind is just bounded by now our experiences, whereas the subconscious is really connect with us, with our real self. And that's incredible, Katie. That's incredible, amazing. So if I ask you, like, now, what is the biggest obstacle you learn to deal with successfully?
My grief. My grief has been the biggest obstacle that I feel like I finally have a handle on it, that I don't have to sit in the grief bubble and let it be. I can redirect to happier memories, or it's easier to walk through that pain. That's been the biggest obstacle I've kind of overcome, along with the negative reframing. and working on that as well. Reframing my thoughts from the negative to the positive. That's Depression is something else I've dealt with all my life. So getting a handle on that has been really amazing.
A lot of time people don't realize that the self-talk that they have has a huge impact on their personal life, and that's an incredible win, I would say. It's pretty amazing. So
Yeah.
what has really helped you to gain the control of?
Um, Knowing that I have my subconscious mind as my partner in success, in all ways of success, not just financial success, but a successful day and getting a hold on those things. That's been my number one thing is that.
Yes, yes, it's amazing. You know, you feel that you have somebody, really have somebody, some partner with you. You're not alone, in this journey of success and the happiness, and that's
Mhm.
incredible. So, what is that, you really want to accomplish through this program? So, talk to me about a little bit about your goals. Talk to the audience about, about your goals.
My goals my number one goal is to figure out what I want to do with my life and myself. As I mentioned earlier, I kind of got in oil and gas because somebody said, "You're good at this, do this job." And I was promoted through the ranks there because of that. Got my real estate license because somebody else said I was good at it. I want to do what I'm good at, but that I enjoy. Because every single one of those careers has had something about it that didn't quite fit right. Um, Kind of a bad pair of jeans or something along those lines.
That's true. That's true. Yes, a lot of times what happens is, we tend to do the things that others ask us to do. And most of the time we do that because we don't know what we want. And, that's the kind of, that's, you really want to find out who you are, what are you really good at.
Mhm.
It's one of the purpose of life, just to find out what are you good at. And when you find out what are you good at, or rather find out what you love to do, and then the magic of life starts flowing in.
Mhm.
So tell the audience, like, what factors you had to take into consideration, like, to invest into this program. Is it like financial investment worth making? How did you come up with money or the time, or what sort of things that came to your mind when you decided to invest into this coaching program?
Well, I did real estate coaching in the past. And so when I decided I needed help trying to figure out what I want to do for myself, I knew I didn't want to go down the path of that kind, real estate coaching or financial planning. I reached out to a group of women that I didn't actually know. So I was slightly anonymous in my request. And it brought me to you, and we had the conversation. And I felt an immediate connection with you through the neuroscience and learning about the brain. And also, you mentioned that you had lost your mom not too long ago as well. I just felt an immediate connection. Like, I want to hear more about what she has to say. And I knew when I hung up the phone the first time, I knew I wanted to go forward. I just didn't know what the price tag was. And when the price tag came, I was a little shocked, but that's okay. My husband and I sat down and we talked about it. And it was like, I could go back to school 1,000 times and get loans for all of that and still not know what I want to do and not be happy with what I'm doing. He's just finishing up his master's in cybersecurity. So I was like, you know what? This is less expensive than another college degree. He's like, yeah, your mom left you the money, go for it. And that's all there was.
Yeah, that's an incredible story. So yes, and absolutely, this really cost less than the degree. And to be really honest, I have two master's degrees. One of them is MBA, one of it is MBA. And what I have learned through my own self-realization journey, and through my coaches, through my mentors, through my gurus, and it's such an incredible thing. It's such a powerful thing that I have never ever learned in B school or in my corporate world. And what I teach now is the real, the blueprint of success, the blueprint of happiness. And you really cannot put the price tag on the success and the happiness. That's what I feel. Yeah. And so tell the audience, like, how is my style of coaching? Like, what did you like about it? How is it helping you?
So your style of coaching, that you've given me quite a bit to think about just in the first couple of weeks that we've talked. And let's see, I'm pulling up my notes again. I keep putting them away and then grabbing them again. I'm glad I wrote these down. Like I said, I felt a connection right off the bat when we were messaging over Facebook Messenger and things like that. The neuroscience, reaching out to the divine. And then again, last week, it hit home, your way of speaking. It felt like it's the way you speak to me doesn't talk down to me, but educates me at the same time. And when I have a question about something, you're very caring and kind in the way you answer the question. So it just, let's see. And the way we delve into things, it's like swimming and playing in the ocean with a lifeguard that's just a few feet away. You know you won't drown.
That is incredible. Thank you so much. It's so awesome to hear the kind words. I mean, it is. It is. So, do you have any last piece of advice for the viewers or for the audience who is kind of in the verge of whether I should go for it or not? Maybe is this the right time or not? Going through a lot, sort of questions. Probably you went through. Do you have any advice for them?
I do. Be coachable. Just be there, be present, and know the answers are going to be there. You'll know. And if now is not the right time, do you really want to struggle and continue struggling until you make the time right? So, I think that's all I have.
That is incredible. That is incredible. Thank you so much, Katie. I hope this interview helps a lot of people who will be watching this, who will be listening to this. And really, guys, I mean, if you do exactly what I tell you to do, I can assure you, your life will never be the same again. See, I mean, the life is supposed to be really simple, easy, and fun. We make it complicated. So it's totally your responsibility to untangle it. It's totally your responsibility to develop your mind power. So you got the mind, you got it. A lot of people, what they do is they want the muscles, but they don't want to go to the gym. See, if you want the muscle, you have to go to the gym, because the experience that you would have will elevate you at a very, very different level. So if you really want to if you really want to be successful, if you really want to be happy in life, understand who you are, understand what you're capable of, and I can help you. I can really help you to go to the next level, whichever that level is for you. It could be financial, it could be business, it could be your career success, it could be your personal success. Doesn't matter what are your goals. I assure you that I can help you to make it a reality. So if you are on the fence, listen to Katie and make your decision. If this is not the time, there's no other time. This time is the right time. All right. Thank you so much. Keep rocking.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.